Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the mat. Let's get started. We'll need a mat and some blocks if you have some. If you don't have blocks, don't stress, just find some space and we'll get started having a lie down on the mat today. Finding a nice comfortable lying position, whatever that looks like for you today. Maybe you prefer to have the knees bent, knocked together, or the legs out long. Whatever feels nice in your body. Again, your arms can be out wide, one on the heart, one on the belly. And over the next couple of breaths, bring all of that awareness inward. Let go of any external pressures. Let go of anything that's bothering you off this mat. Just allow yourself to connect with yourself. And let yourself arrive exactly how you are today. Remembering that there's nothing wrong with how you are today. There's no right or wrong answer. There's just what is. And in saying that, let's scan through the body, just checking in with yourself. How do you feel today? How do you feel physically, emotionally, mentally? Let's shift this awareness to the breath. Again, just noticing how deep or shallow, tight or relaxed is your breath today. In a couple of moments, we'll come into our full yogic breath, and I really encourage you to breathe deep into the belly, feeling your diaphragm expand down towards your pelvis. And as you exhale, gently feel that belly button draw in as if you're drawing your pelvic floor up to the center. Wherever you are in your breath cycle, gently releasing all the air so we can sync up. And on your inhale, fill your belly, followed by your ribs, lastly your chest. And as you exhale, your chest falls, ribs hug in, belly button draws to spine. Inhale, belly rises, ribs expand, collarbones lift. Exhale, collarbones fall, ribs hug in, belly button draws to spine. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. And keep this going at your own pace, exploring the full yogic breath. Feeling your lungs fill from the bottom to the top and then empty from the top to the bottom. And throughout our practice today, we're going to be exploring our Muladhara chakra and the sense of I am. The root chakra governs the earth element inside of you. It relates to your family, your roots, your parents, your background, how you grew up, and how you deal with the physical world. Stability in the root chakra influences whether you can take care of yourself, whether you feel like you belong, appreciate that you are not less than any other human, and feel at ease in your own skin. A balanced root chakra enables you to be practical and present. Throughout our practice, maybe you'd like to reflect on where and when and who brings you security. If you feel grounded, do you feel safe and why? Start to understand that you are powerful, you have everything you need to move forward, and really step into the I am energy. When you're ready, gently bending the knees so the soles of your feet are on the floor. And let's lift both legs up towards the sky. Keep a little bend in the legs so we're in a tabletop position. Arms are by your side. Inhale to lengthen one leg away and exhale to draw it back to center. Keep alternating sides here. Inhale, opposite leg extends. Exhale to come back to center. As we extend the leg away, we draw the belly button in so we're nice and stable through the hips and through the pelvis. We keep the breath nice and steady and start to find that breath to movement. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to come back to center. We have another 4. And And 3, 2. Last one, extend both legs to the sky, reverse crunches, lift the hips off the ground and with control lower them back down. So as if you're trying to plant your feet on the ceiling or on the sky, and really think of drawing the lower belly in as you control that landing back to the ground. So we're not trying to flop back onto the ground, we're trying to find as much control as we can. We'll do 2 more here, 2, and last one. Hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a cuddle. Hold onto the knees. Let's roll them away from each other. And change directions. Hold behind your thighs. Let's gently rock up and down the spine. Gently getting a little bit bigger each time we rock up. All the way down. All the way up. 2 more. And on your next one, we'll stay seated, expand the legs wide across your mat. So we're in a straddle position. The legs don't need to be very wide, just outside of the mat. Hands are on your hips, and we're going to tilt the pelvis forward to come into a pancake pose. But rather than dropping through the lower back, I want you to think of sitting up nice and tall and tilting the pelvis forward like your pelvis is a bowl. So we tilt forward and back, tilt forward and back. Let's do that 3 more times, tilting forward and back. 2. Last one. And coming back to neutral. Let's place our right hand in front of the left leg. Left hand reaches up and over for a side body stretch. It doesn't matter how low you go. And we're taking the breath into the side ribs of the left hand side. Holding here for another inhale. And exhale, let's change sides. Our left hand in front of right leg. Right hand reaches up and over. Breathe into the right rib cage. 2 breaths. 1 more inhale. Exhale to come back to center. Cross the ankles over. Let's rock over to our hands and knees to find our cat-cows. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Drop the belly, open out the chest. And exhale to round out through the spine. As always, find your intuitive movement here, maybe dropping the chest down and around. Maybe you'd like to close down your eyes and just start to feel into this movement and move in a way that feels good to you today. Reminding yourself that you are powerful and you already have everything you need within you. You know what you like, you know what you want. And you're ready to step into that. 2 more breaths here. And on your next exhale, let's find our way back to center. Shoulders are directly over wrists. We have scapular push-up. So exhale to press the ground away and inhale to lower. Exhale to pull away from the shoulders. Exhale, let the shoulder blades kiss behind you. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower, really starting to isolate through the shoulders. Keep that going, avoiding any bending through the elbows as we work through that shoulder girdle. So isolating through that shoulder. We have another 3 and 2. Really nice. Last one. And tuck your toes. Walk your hands towards your feet. We'll find our way to Muladhara for a moment as we place the elbows to the inside of the knees. Interlace your fingers. Send your hips to the sky. Hands punch between your legs. Inhale to lower. Exhale to punch the hands through. Some froggies, really starting to light some fire into those quads. Can we speed it up a little bit? We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold, let the head hang loose. Ragdoll, we sway side to side. Maybe you straighten one leg at a time. Let the lactic acid release from your thighs. And on your next exhale, drop your hands to the floor. Roll up through each vertebrae to stand. 1 big shoulder roll at the top. And on your inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Let it all go. Walk the hands out to the front of the mat. Let's bend the knees. Walk them back in. Roll up to stand tall. We reach the hands high. Exhale to roll down, chin to chest. Walk the hands out to a high plank. Hold for an inhale. Exhale to walk it back. Tuck the tailbone, roll up through each vertebrae. Inhale to reach. Let's do one more like that. Tuck the chin, roll down, walk out to a high plank. Bend the knees, walking back. Stand tall, tall mountain. Let's find some side body stretches here. Right hand goes down, left hand reaches up and over. Look over that bottom shoulder, hold for an inhale. Exhale to change sides, all the way up and over. Look over the left shoulder. Let's do that one more time, reaching up and over. And last one, reaching all the way up and over. On your next exhale, both hands come to the sky, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, hands to the floor, walk out to a high plank position. Option to lower your knees down to the ground. We have 4 chaturanga push-ups. Lower halfway, elbows hug in. Exhale to press, really nice. Inhale to lower. Exhale to press, last 2. Inhale to lower. Exhale to press. And last 1, inhale to lower. Exhale to press. Inhale to lower all the way down to your belly. Baby cobra, roll the shoulders back, lift your head and chest. Squeeze the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades to your bum. Squeeze the knees, press the tops of your feet into the ground. One more inhale. Exhale to relax back down. Upward facing dog, press into the hands, lift your thighs up off the ground. Keep that breath flowing. Holding here for another inhale. Exhale to release. Tuck the toes. Press back onto your knees, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Pressing those heels down to the ground. Spreading the fingers wide, nipples to knees, open the tailbone to the sky. One more inhale. Hold for the exhale. Inhale to rise up on your toes, big bend. Exhale, step up or walk, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall mountain, circle your hands to the sky. And exhale, hands to your heart space. Let's do another round, Surya A. Inhale to reach tall. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back, high to low plank, option to lower to your knees. On your inhale, your choice of back bend, baby cobra or upward dog. And on your exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale to rise up on your toes, big bend. Exhale, step up or walk, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall mountain, circle the hands. And exhale, hands to your heart space, Samasthiti. Feel that groundedness through your feet. Press the hands together, feel your power. On your inhale, reach back up to the sky. Let's make our way back down to dog. Exhale to fold, let it all go. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back, high to low plank. On your inhale, your back bend. And on your exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Let's bring those big toes together at the back of the mat. Inhale to rise up on your toes, ripple all the way forward, leading with your shoulder blades to a high plank position. And exhale to bend your knees, press it back, downward dog. Inhale to rise up on your toes, ripple forward. The last thing to come forward is the crown of your head. Bend your knees, press it back. Let's do one more like that. Inhale to rise up on your toes, ripple forward. And exhale to bend the knees, press it back, downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, open out the hip. Knee goes to the ceiling. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Step the right foot to the outside of your pinky and drop your back knee down to the ground. Lizard lunge, we have a couple of options here. Option 1, we stay exactly where we are. Option 2, we walk that right hand underneath the right leg and our left hand walks to the outside of the left mat. Maybe you stay here, maybe you can lift those hands up off the ground. If that feels okay, maybe you lift that back knee up off the ground. Let those hips keep dropping down to the floor. We have 2 breaths here. Fight for that balance. One more big inhale. Exhale, release your hands to the ground. Heel toe that right foot to the middle of the mat. Drop your back heel down. And exhale, warrior 2, arms windmill up and over. Bend into that right leg. Eye gaze, your dristis over that front middle finger. The belly button draws into spine. We're breathing nice and steady. And we have that grounding, that anchoring feeling, pulling us down towards the earth. Hold for the inhale. And the exhale. Wiggle your left toes to face the back of the mat. Let's transfer the bend into the left leg as we find Skandasana. So our left leg bends, our right leg straightens here. Come as low as you'd like. Maybe you'd like to stay where you are. Maybe you'd like to sink a little bit deeper. Wherever you are, that chest is nice and proud and our elbow is on the inside of the left knee. It's okay if you need to come up higher. Stand in your power, whatever feels best to you. 2 breaths. 1 more inhale. Exhale, hands reach to the back of the mat. Rotate to face the back of the mat. All 10 toes are facing the back of the room. Both legs straighten to find our modified pyramid. And let's find a twisted triangle. So our right hand stays on the ground, our left hand reaches to the sky. Find it much of a twist that feels good to you. See if you can keep those hips nice and square. We draw the belly button in and we're pressing down through both feet. So feel that anchoring coming right down the center. We hold for another inhale here. Exhale, reach the right hand forward. Look forward to find a twisted half moon. So our right hand reaches forward, our right leg floats. If your left hand feels a little bit awkward, just bring it down to your hip. If you want a little bit more, maybe you take your eye gaze over that left hand or left shoulder. Staying here for another inhale. Exhale, half moon. Left hand to the floor. Right hand opens out to the sky. See if you can fight for that balance here. Active through both legs, so flex that back right foot. Hug the knees into your thighs. Can you transfer the weight into that left leg? Maybe you float the fingertips up off the ground. Maybe you don't. Every day is different. Fight for that balance. Draw the belly button in. 1 more inhale here. Exhale, bend into the left leg. Land that back foot. Warrior 2. We're facing the back of the room. Hug the heels together. Find that grounding sensation. Come back to your breath. Inhale to reach forward, flip your palm. And exhale to reverse the warrior, looking up to the sky. We hold for another inhale here. And exhale, both hands reach to the floor. Send that left leg to meet the right. 3-leg chaturanga, 2-leg, or drop to your knees. Yogi's choice. On your inhale, your back bend. And on your exhale, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Option to drop to your knees here if you would like. We have 3 breaths. Let's bring our big toes together at the back of the mat. Inhale to rise up on your toes, ripple all the way forward. Last thing to arrive is the crown of your head. Bend your knees, press it back, downward facing dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale to ripple forward. Exhale, bend your knees, press it back. Last one. Inhale to rise up, ripple forward. And exhale to press it back. Left leg to the sky, bend the knee, open out the hip. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Step the foot to the outside of your left hand. Drop your knee down to the ground. We have our lizard lunge options. Option to stay here. Option to walk that left hand underneath the left leg. Right hand reaches back. If that feels okay, maybe you lift that back leg. Fight for that balance. Keep the hips dropping down. Find that grounding sensation. 2 breaths. Maybe you float the hands. 1 more big inhale. Exhale, hands release underneath your face. Heel toe that left foot to the middle of the mat. Drop your back, heel down. Exhale, warrior 3. Reaching those arms, warrior 2, reaching those arms up and over. Sink into the left leg. Eye gaze over that front middle finger. Heels hug together. We have that grounding sensation like our hips are drawing us down to the ground. 2 breaths. 1 more inhale. Exhale, we wiggle the right legs, the right toes to face the front of the mat. Bend into your right leg, straighten your left leg for our Skandasana. Come as low as you would like. Choose how deep you want to go. Maybe you drop a little bit lower, maybe you stay a little bit higher. Remembering our chest is proud. Our elbow, if you're coming a little bit lower, is in front of the knee. Hands pressed down to your heart. We're still breathing. 2 breaths. One more big inhale. Exhale, reach the hands to the front of the mat. Rotate to face the front of the mat. Both legs straighten for our modified pyramid. And let's twist our triangle so our left hand stays down. Right hand reaches up to the sky. Maybe the eye gaze follows that top hand. Maybe you prefer to look down at your toe. 2 breaths. See if you can square the hips. Weight is even between your feet. One more inhale. Exhale, left hand reaches forward, left leg floats for our twisted half moon. Nice and active through both legs. Remembering we have the option to bring the hand to the hip if it feels a little bit awkward. Fight for that balance. One more inhale here. Exhale, can we swap hands? Right hand goes down, left hand reaches up to the sky. Belly button hugs in. Maybe you transfer the weight to your foot. Maybe those fingertips float. We're here for another juicy inhale. Exhale, warrior 2, bend into the right leg. Arms windmill all the way up and over. Sink into that right leg. Hug the heels. Find that grounding sensation. Weight is through both feet. Inhale to reach forward, flip the palm. Exhale to reverse your warrior. Eye gaze goes up to the sky. 2 breaths. One more big inhale here. Exhale, both hands windmill down. Chaturanga, your choice. Option for 3-leg, 2-leg, or on your knees. On your inhale, your choice of back bend. And on your exhale, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Inhale to look forward. Walk your feet to the outside of your hands. Muladhara, sink your hips nice and low. Hands come to your heart space. We'll be here for a couple of breaths, so take your time to get comfortable here, maybe placing a block under your hips, or if Muladhara just does not feel good in your body, take a seated position, bring your hands to your heart. Sitting up nice and tall, the chest is proud. Can you bring the hands in line with your sternum? Maybe you close down the eyes or soften the gaze here. Try to get comfortable with the uncomfortable in our pose. We're here for 5 breaths. One more inhale here. Exhale as you gently blink open your eyes. Catch yourself behind. We'll have a seat on our mats. Let's extend the left leg out long. Right knee hugs into the chest. Left hand reaches to the sky. Rotate towards the right. Elbow meets knee. On your exhale, sit up nice and tall to find a juicy twist. Rinsing out through all of the organs. Finding that grounding sensation through the hips and that floating sensation through the crown of the head. One more inhale here. Exhale, legs stay where they are. Let's change the upper body. Right elbow comes to the right knee. Inhale to sit up tall and find your twist. 2 breaths. One more inhale. Exhale to come back to center. Bend the left leg. We'll find a figure 4 position. So lifting that right ankle over the left knee. Maybe you wiggle left or right to find a nice sensation in your body. And we should find a nice stretch through the outside of the right hip or into the glute. And if you're quite open through your hips, maybe you rotate towards that top knee. Maybe you need to lean a little bit further forward, a little bit further back, whatever feels nice in your body. 2 more breaths here. One more inhale. And exhale to gently unravel the legs. Let's change sides. Right leg goes out long. Left knee hugs in this time. Hug that leg nice and tight to your chest. Left hand reaches behind. Right hand reaches high. And on your exhale, elbow meets knee. And on the exhale again, finding your twist. Finding that grounding and lifting sensation. The balance of both. 2 more breaths. Last inhale. exhale, we change directions. Legs stay where they are, left elbow, left knee, lifting up and over. One more inhale here. And gently coming back to center, figure four, we bend the underneath leg. Sit up nice and tall and take your wiggle side to side, whatever feels best in your body, remembering it might look different to how it looks in my body. Two more breaths here. And on your next exhale, gently unraveling your legs. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. The feet don't need to be really close to your pelvis, just however is far away is comfortable for you. Think of pressing the knees down to the ground. Hands reach for the feet and pry open your feet like you're reading a book, so the soles of your feet open out towards your face. And when you're ready, bring your chest down towards your toes. If the body allows, let the elbows press the knees a little bit further. And just like we did at the beginning of practice, rather than doming out through the lower back, I want you to think of rocking forward with your pelvis. We have 3 breaths here. And on your next exhale, gently coming up to seat. Let's have a lie down on our backs. Yogi's choice, find any stretches here that feel nice to you. Maybe that's a shoulder stand, maybe it's a twist, maybe it's happy baby, whatever feels nice in your body. If you're coming into happy baby with me, knees into armpits, tailbone to the floor. Maybe you have a little bit of a play wherever you are. Rocking side to side. Just giving your body exactly what it needs today. We have 2 more breaths to explore. One more big inhale. And on your exhale, release your legs long. Take up as much space as you would like to as we make our way to our final resting pose, Shavasana. Take those little movements, those itches, whatever helps you relax here. Maybe covering your eyes, putting a pillow under your head, whatever you would like. Let's come back to the breath, bringing all of that awareness back inward. Let your body be heavy on your mat. Let Mother Earth take your weight. Relax, let go of anything that you might be holding on to. Relax through the toes, the ankles, the kneecaps unlock. Let your glutes and your hips melt into the mat beneath you. Relax through your shoulders. Unlock your jaw. Let your eyes sink into their sockets. And let your tongue relax from the roof of your mouth. As you lay here feeling this grounded sensation, maybe you'd like to come back to any intention you might have set for yourself today. Or maybe coming back to our Muladhara chakra, that root chakra, right at the base of our spine. And some mantras you might like to repeat to yourself. I am connected and grounded through the earth. I am connected and grounded through the earth. I am worthy of love and respect. I am worthy of love and respect. I am grateful. I am grateful. I have everything I need and I am home in my body. I have everything I need and I am home in my body. Shavasana. When you're ready, starting to wiggle fingers, toes, deepen your breath, bringing your awareness back into the physical body. And taking your time to make these movements a little bit bigger. Maybe you find a full body stretch or hug the knees into your chest. Thank yourself for showing up today. Thank yourself for showing up every single day. Thank your body for everything that it does for you and will do for you. And when you're ready, slowly making your way up to a seated position, we'll meet with our eyes closed or gaze softened. On your inhale, take your hands up over your head, and exhale as you draw them down to your heart space. Allow your head to bow to your fingertips. Thank you so much for choosing to flow with me today, always moving your bodies intuitively, and of course, honoring this ancient practice of yoga. Namaste. Thanks guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you are starting to step into your power of I am. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll see you tomorrow on the mat.